And I don't think I actually have to turn the sound down on this game for once. Because I think you all can do that over there for once. Normally I have to turn it down on my stream.
The stuffed animals. Would anyone else like a stuffed animal?
Hmm? Just leave it. It's fine. I can see it just fine.
I've been told to inform...
oh, I can hear it. No, because normally the game is like super loud in my headphones at home. Like, so I usually have to turn it down for streaming, so...
I've been told to inform Ultima that it says, Enigma Games in chat, Speedrunning Expo, tell my waifu, Ultima, good luck on the runs, I am there in spirit.
Thank you, waifu, Enigma. It's an inside joke with Enigma there. Alright, so this is Mega Man Sprite game. Are we good to go? Okay, I'll do that. Actually, you know, we probably should do it now, because I have a lot to say about this game, because of how crazy it is.
Okay.
Alright, I'm AltimaMantoid. I'll be running Mega Man Sprite game.
Hi, I'm the Indiana Joe, Vice President of Speedrunning Expo. I gotta pause this.
Lotario, and I have no idea what I'm doing on here.
Alright, so, let's see. Okay, so, when I say go, start the timer. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Mega Man Sprite game. We start out, as you can see, this is the only fan game that uses official Mega Man sprites. So, it's based on a webcomic. The first encounter we're actually going to run away from because this little ghost is insignificant in the grand scheme of things. He was apparently contacted on the phone. So, Dad just told us to go and find Zero, your brother. So, we have to go find Zero. He's probably at the basketball park like usual, playing b-ball. That's what he does. So, the first thing about this game is that experience is actually the worst stat in the game. You don't need any of it. But unfortunately, there's a boulder in the way of the basketball park, so we need to make a detour. You know what? Actually, I think... I know, right? Best dodge in A. But we're going to take a little detour. We're actually going to go visit Uncle Proton. I'm sure he would like some company. You know, the middle-aged man in a wheelchair probably really wants some company right now. So we're going to go visit Uncle Proton instead. And unfortunately, he is also with a ghost. So let's take care of this ghost. This is the one of the harder battles in the game. They give it to you right off the bat. So this is a basketball ghost, as you can see by his face patterns and the lovely smile. I'm sure y'all can see that easy. So right now, Mega Man has two abilities. No, he has one ability and I think items. But we just learned BB Pasta. That will actually be the single most important ability in the game once we get to the ending. Oh, Quickman's outside. So he just told us that we'll never catch him. And obviously not at that speed. He must be pretty quick. I don't know. So now that we've talked to Uncle Proton and wasted a lot of time, it's like a significant time loss because there's some random boulder. Oh, hey, the boulder's out of the way. If you talk to the boulder, it apologizes for being in your way. Unfortunately, that is a time loss, so we won't talk to the boulder. And we found Zero, so we're going to talk to him, and he says, hey, let's go see Dad. So let's go see Dad. So now we have Zero in our party. Just a reminder, this is based off a webcomic called Mega Man Sprite Comic, and you can find it. This game is developed by Splendidland. She is amazing, and the comic is all hers. So we found Dad, and he is now in the water, and we're going to ride Dad across the river. And he is an actual boat now. I just want you to know. He's also in your inventory, and you can use him as an item. You throw him at the enemies, and he does HP damage. Unfortunately, again, experience is the worst stat in the game. So, and there's nobody that can tell me otherwise. It's a terrible stat, and you should never need it for anything. So, Dad is mad that we just rode him across the river like a boat. He says he'll get us back for it. Maybe. I mean, he is Dad. So, we're now in, like, this little snowy region. And the enemies in this game are all really fun fights, I promise. So that was a really fun encounter. So, And here's another really funny. That is a Christmas tree ornament that you would put in your car. It is very dangerous. You shouldn't ever want to fight one of those. Sometimes you have to, though. Also, all of the music in this game is originally composed for Mega Man Sprite game. Oh, we need to go over here first. Almost past Uncle Proton again. Because, you know, Uncle Proton needs some love. So we're going to go talk to him for a second. He is, by the way, he is your save points game. This little girl here is dancing her heart out. And if you talk to her, you tell her that she should quit and that she stinks at dancing. And then she stops because you crushed her hopes and dreams. It's pretty brutal. Oh, here's Snake Man. He's wanting to, like, for us to play, like, together. Like, he wants to join our party. And we're like, yeah, sure. Joking. Ha-ha. Unfortunately, because we made fun of him, he throws us in the trouble dungeon. So we got to get this key, and we got to fight these slimes. Just kidding, we run from the slimes. Experience is bad. So we're just going to find our way out of this maze. It's a good run when you only have to fight one slime. I have yet to have a run where you fight none. So now this is a really difficult battle. You hit him for 1 HP and you win. And he's out of the way.
Let me know when I have time to read a donation.
Go for it.
Awesome. We have a $50 donation from bhinkle11235. As promised, the rest of my donations. AltimaMantoid is one of the best people I know. Love you, bud.
Thank you, Bhinkle.
And you guys are all amazing for what you're doing. Oh, and kill the animals like hard.
Oh,
like boom.
The war has begun to kill the animals. So with that, we have found what is called a magic bee-ball. The magic bee-balls, imagine that they're Dragon Balls, except that there's only 3 of them. If you get all 3 of them, you can grant any wish you want. We need to head to the airport. I don't remember why in the story, but it's obviously not important because I would know it otherwise. Zero went to go grab our seats, so we just need to go find him. Hey, there he is. Oh, that's Quick Man. And we are insulting the hostess right now because they don't serve b-ball pasta on this plane. Just so you know, b-ball pasta is a very nice recipe. There's a detailed explanation how to make it on the website. You take pasta and you put in a real 100% pure basketball in the pasta and you eat it. It's a delicious dish. But Quick Man is a bit of a jerk. He is a difficult encounter. I mean, that was really close. I don't know if I could have done it. Unfortunately, because we had a fight on the plane, we are now banned from airplanes. We're not banned from airports, we're banned from airplanes. So now we're in the desert because they had to land early to kick us off the plane. But, you know, we get the last laugh because we got to punch Quick Man in the face. Ah, the old dusty trail. And yes, that is a pile of sand. Speaking of sand, Uncle Proton is actually a world-renowned scientist. He was the one that taught me that sand is the liquid form of rock. If you think about it, sand fills a container like a liquid. True facts. It's not fake news. This game is very accurate. Again, it uses real sprites from... oh, messed up my buttons there. Real sprites from real Mega Man games. So what just happened, Uncle Proton gave us a key card. He needs his medicine. His medicine is lost inside of a pyramid, which is up this way. Now, this cactus is in our way, who, by the way, takes key cards to move. So when you give him the key card, he just kind of skedaddles. So we are inside the pyramid. We're getting ready to fight another difficult boss. And this, again, all the music in this game was composed specifically for Mega Man Sprite game. It's all original works. If you've heard it somewhere else, it was obviously ripped off of Mega Man Sprite game, obviously. So we're just going to run away. Again, experience is a bad stat. So we are coming up on said boss. This is Pharaoh Man. And this is the first battle where we actually have to do more than hit spacebar. Now, he has this really nasty attack, as you just saw. He likes to throw his pee at you. No, there's no contact. He throws his pee at you. I mean, you see it, right? Yeah, see what? She'll do it again. Oh, nope, he's just gonna face check me. There it is. Yeah, he throws his pea at you. And we just beat Pharaoh Man. It's the first boss it requires more than one button to defeat, so he's actually the toughest boss in the game. Obviously, we just got the medicine, but behind Pharaoh Man is the second magic bee ball. Get back here. Yeah, look at that jerk go. Quickman is a jerk. He just ran off at the second bee ball. Now we can't make our wish. We have to get it from him. What a jerk. What a lousy individual you are, Quickman. I'm so glad that he's super easy in all of the Mega Man games that he's in. He's so easy. Like, you just shoot him a couple times, he dies, right? But unfortunately, that's not the case here. Hey, there's a policeman out here. What does he want? So, if you walk... And here's the trick, right? If you walk off the path at any point up to this point in the game, you get the bad ending. So, we just got what's called the Path Pass. We can now run off the path and go anywhere we please. Snake Man tries to get you arrested for breaking the law and walking off onto the grass. And, so... There is actually trap bait to get the bad ending. There's a sign that says keep off the grass towards the beginning of the game. So if you walk off the path to check the sign, you get the bad ending because it tells you stay off the grass. So, lesson learned. We need to run. Those are polyps, by the way. Best enemy ever. But, so the whole thing with Snake Man is he's trying to get you arrested because you were jerked to him earlier and you didn't let him play with you and join your party. And so he talks to this cop and he's like, yeah, these kids were walking on the grass. It said keep off the grass. And he's like, is this true? And you're like, no, absolutely not. By the way, this house, that's prime real estate. If you want some oceanside property that floods, it's fantastic. You go past it, if you go in there, like, it's got water in the floor, and the family's like, oh, it's a little leak, we'll fix it. And then when you go back, there's actual, like, it's up to their waist. But to finish the Quickman story, or the Snake Man story, they're like, oh, you, by the way, that was Bubble Man, and, he is a canine hoarder. And gets eaten by a whale. That's the end of Bubble Man. So now, our canine friends are gonna help us out in a minute. So, Snake Man gives the police officer a packet of mayonnaise in a jar of ink and says that that's the photo of you walking off the path. And so he actually arrests Snake Man instead for forging evidence. It's wonderful. We also will not be seeing Snake Man again for the rest of the game, I promise. Oh. So we are going to use, with the help of our canine friends that we have just freed from Bubble Man the Canine Hoarder, we will walk across that path, and we'll continue up this way. Keep in mind, this whole time we're underwater, and we're out. So, as a thanks for getting the medicine, we got 500 EXP. So, experience is actually the best stat in the game. Uncle Proton obviously knows best, so he just gave us 500 experience points, and yeah, so he knows best. And we just found Roll, who has a crush on Mega Man. And just joined the party. So now we have a full roster. Roll, unfortunately, is the worst character in this game. So she doesn't really do anything that contributes to anything at all. She just mostly flirts with Mega Man and gets in the way. So. And I don't think I've ever heard that dinosaur roll before. The enemies, like I said, are great. That was Safari Man that we just run away from. Wait, cages. I don't remember this part. Oh, those are Slashmen. They are a tribe of little rascals, and they're cannibals. So now we get to play Metal Gear Solid. We're switching games. I lied. This is the part where we just wait out in the open because these guys are blind to everything that's not in front of them. And if they see you, you have to restart the entire screen, which can be a massive time loss if you aren't careful. Like this one right here. If you got caught by him, it wouldn't be a big deal. But say this one up here, which you have to stand here. If you are within 1 square of them, they will see you. So they're not totally blind. And come down this way. Zero's the only one to escape, so now we're basically playing Metal Gear Zero. Oh, and there's Roll. We're going to rescue her by shoving this Slash Man into the fire, who sets the rest of his buddies on fire. And we basically tell Roll that she needs to stop talking because she's very annoying. And just to join us. So the Slash Men are aware that we have broken out, and they're going to escort us to watch Mega Man being sacrificed. And we're going to throw Dad at the totem pole to free Mega Man. Because, again, Dad is in our inventory. Oh, right, this is the one I actually have to fight. So, Roll is actually not as useless as I make her out to be. She has a full party attack called Strike. Also, her jab can hit up to 4 times, so she actually does quite a bit of damage. And that was Slash Man. Slash Men. Something. Slash Guys. Whatever. And he's going to run away and oh, never mind. He gets squished by Dad. I thought he was going to explode. We got one Dad in our inventory. We have one Dad. Always remember, you only have one Dad. Unless we happen to find another Dad, and then we can add him to our inventory, too. So this is pretty heavy RNG up through here. Actually, not lying. I have gotten through this volcano without a single random encounter, which does happen. Sometimes you get a couple of random encounters, like this Eskimo that's in a volcano. He's a disgruntled Eskimo, and he's very mad that it's so hot. In fact, I think it's so hot that he doesn't even bother to attack you. He just pretty much wants you to mercy kill him. And there's Grimace. Like, thank you, McDonald's. Shoutouts to McDonald's for some really delicious cheeseburgers. I don't think it's actually Grimace, but, I mean, I could be mistaken. It could be like his twin or something. Oh, there's... obviously, everything in this game is original. Sorry, Iceman. You just have to run away from you. I know Uncle Proton is encouraging us to gain experience, but we have to actually not listen to him for once, in the sake of speed. Now, this boss fight might get too hot for Stream Me. I was going to say it was going to get too hot for Twitch, but this might get too hot for Stream Me. So this guy just got naked. He's so hot. I mean, it's not like he's an actual volcano or anything. And he's also got Chili Man with him, who is just there to do nothing. We actually have to heal Roll. That is new. I have never had to use that ability at this point. See, here's what I mean. Like, oh, never mind. She only attacked once. Roll, you're worthless. Also, your main damage dealer for the whole run is actually 0, as it should be. And we just beat him. So he's basically like a gigantic HP tank. We got some experience. Unfortunately, you know, it's a bad stat, but you can't really help it sometimes. That is not Pokemon music. Pokemon ripped this theme off. So, Quickman has now beat us to the 3rd Magic B-Ball, and is willing to put everything on the line for all 3 Magic B-Balls. So if we beat him here, we'll get all 3 of them, and we'll get to make our wish. And the wish that they have in mind is to wish all the ghosts away, because all the ghosts that you fight at the beginning of the game, they're not very happy that you beat them up. And, so, yeah. By the way, we're going to be coming up on the cutoff for the donation incentive for naming Dogmobile 2. So, Dogmobile. Dogmobile is best.
I love that.
And Quickman is, again, a very difficult battle. I had to hit one button the entire time, so it was incredibly stressful. I'm glad that that's over. So we won all 3 B-Balls, and as a spur-of-the-moment thing, Mega Man says he wants to go to the moon. Good job! And we are taking Quickman with us and leaving Roll behind.
Okay.
So, yeah. We're going to go to the moon. I mean, Capcom couldn't get Mega Man off the moon. Maybe we can. Can I hear a chant? Landed on the moon!
Landed on the moon!
So now we're stuck on the moon. Great. But you can get some sweet dunks out of it. Look at that ball go. Like, it doesn't ever land. And we forgot Roll, but nobody cares about her. So, yeah, we'll find out what happens next in Mega Man Sprite Game Part 2. So, that was a really fun... Oh, I'm sorry, it's right now. My bad, guys. I forgot it continues. That's Dogmobile, by the way. Barf barf. So, what are we going to be naming Dogmobile 2?
Oh, as of right now, it is going to be Splendidland.
Splendidland. We're naming it after the dev. Oh, and we just killed Toadman. My bad. I forgot to steer. Whoops.
Oh, wow.
And our house is on fire. That's not good. So let's talk to the phone. And it's a ghost answering, making fun of us. So now the fridge realization is that the ghost that we just killed at the beginning of the game was going to give us the egg to hatch Dogmobile 2. And none of the ghosts are happy about it. And now ghosts are everywhere. So I just wanted to let you guys know that The Legend of Zelda actually ripped this music off, as well as turning this into the Dark World. All unoriginal. And yes, we did throw Dad out of a Pokeball. Because why not? Alright, now we can move. I was wondering where I was going to move. Doesn't everybody keep their dad in a Pokeball? I do.
Sure do.
Hi, shout outs to my dad. I love you.
Speaking of dads, Joe.
Happy birthday, Jeffrey Fick.
So for those that don't know, it's since Joe and I are brother and sister, it's our dad's birthday today. So let's go ahead and sing happy birthday to him real quick.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe's dad. Happy birthday to you.
Yay!
Yay!
Clapping.
All right, so we found the dead body of the ghost, or of a ghost that we beat up. It had the Dogmobile egg. So now we have Dogmobile 2's egg. It will hatch soon. I'm sure. But Roll got mad because we left her when we went to the moon, so she ran off with 3 guys that are only in 1 comic each. So I don't even know who they are. I think it's like a windy guy and some other dude. I don't know. Uncle Proton says something. By the way, there is a 100% route for this game. If you go left here, you will pick up a new ability for somebody. I don't know. I don't run 100%. It's like a 2-minute detour, and we can't have time for that. So wait. Dogmobile egg is hatching. So now I have to name...
Hello. I'm excited. I'm sorry.
Splendid Land! Welcome, Splendid Land! Shut up, dog.
Oh.
So, yes, true fact, dogs actually hatch from eggs. It showed it right here. I mean, why would somebody on the internet make a video game to tell lies?
No, it's absolutely true. Dogs come from eggs.
Dogs do come from eggs.
Google it. I looked at the microphone.
Yeah, can we get a confirm check that dogs come from eggs? Somebody check the wiki.
We're gonna ask Google real quick.
All right. I love this path. You have the path pass. It's like, why? Stellar design. This game is a 10 out of 3. Which means that it is obviously 300 and something % better than any other game.
So according to the internet, 7 out of 10 dogs hatch from eggs.
Nice! Nice. Only 7 out of 10, though. So we're partially right. So apparently the breed that Dogmobile is hatches from an egg. We are actually in the castle of the King of Ghosts. So we're going to try and make peace with the ghosts. We're going to present them their dead ghost. And hope that we can ask for forgiveness. No, Uncle Proton! Aww! Why? Good. Zap him and fry his bacon. Thank you. Unfortunately, this is the King Ghost. He's now mad. So this is pretty much the same kind of fight as some of the others that we've done so far. Except now we have Splendid Land with us, which will make this fight significantly easier. Because she rocks. Unfortunately, that AoE attack, if it happens too much, you do have to take time out to eat BB pasta. And that's not a joke. If it does nothing but the full party attack, it does consume HP at a pretty fast rate. We should be killing the ghost here very soon, though. There we go. And we got to level up on somebody. And unfortunately, the king has been defeated, but says something of some sort of significance and explodes. Because why not? Explosions, right? So we're just going to leave Uncle Proton for, you know, being a jerk and killing that poor ghost and making us have to fight that guy. He says something about how it's getting warm and his buns are toasty. I would be too after, you know, after that. But if you look straight across, we actually see where all the ghosts are coming from. They're coming from that tower in the distance, so we need to get there. Let's ride on Splendid Land!
Yay!
Or Dogmobile 2, whichever name you want. Whee! So we're gonna go travel. Now, plot, meanwhile. So this evil entity here has been summoning all these ghosts, and we don't know who it is yet, because they're obviously mysterious. That's why they're solid black. So here we are. We're coming up on the final dungeon of the game, and something about a photo when they were kids, and so here's a bit of origin for how Mega Man and Zero came to be. One day, Dad went fishing, and he caught something truly beautiful and significant to the story, but we don't know what it is yet. I'm going to leave you hanging for now. Wait, nope. That's what I get when I hold the button too long. You get this really annoying sound. So we are in Wacky World, which is the final dungeon. This is called the Point of No Return. You cannot leave once you enter. So make sure that you are as leveled as you want to be, and that you're fully stocked on items, like having multiple dads, if you can find them. I've heard that they're in there, but I'm not sure. If we can just run away before we get wrecked, because I need all the HP I can get. So the music that plays through here is it's an homage to the Transformers. It was heavily inspired by. So if we ever get to hear it, because sometimes random encounters make it not happen. And by the way, we are the only people to ever escape the ball pit. So, and by the way, this game's brought to you by the number 3. And dynamite. The word dynamite. Because this game is rather explosive.
The letters T and T.
Now, this is Vile, and this is his only appearance in the game. Unfortunately, I have no idea who that idiot was. That's obviously, you know... You have to go read the Sprite comic. It's amazing. Vile shows up in a single comic, and he says something about his dying words, and then Mega Man just looks around and goes, who was that guy?
Yeah.
Because he didn't even introduce himself. Also, Bass appears in this game, but we've already passed where he's at. I didn't feel like showing him off for the sake of time. So we're going to run away from this weird robot thing. Oh, I missed the door. So here is the toughest encounter in the entire game. This is not a joke. This is Darkman. And, so this is a really tough fight. Alright, we beat Darkman, guys!
Woo! That was close. Felt your stress, man.
Yeah, it was very close. He hit me for 14 damage. I thought I was done for.
I know. Oh, man, that is wild.
So now we're going to swing across this zip line. And come out on the other side. And we are continuing to go through this massive Wacky Land playground. We're going back into the ball pit. Let's see if we can escape. And we made it out of the ball pit. Good job. Hang on a second. What? Who is this? Iris. This is Zero's ex-girlfriend, who died because she choked to death on BB pasta when Mega Man made it for her. And the first attack that lands will always do 1 HP of damage and transform her into this horrific monster. Now, she is incredibly dangerous. All of her attacks land accurately. All of them. They land perfectly accurate. As you can see, she's hitting me for a lot of damage right now. She's also horrifyingly awful looking. She really needs some makeup. I'm not judging, but some girls just need makeup. She is one of them. In fact, I think she's the only one that I know. I don't even know if a mother could love that face. I mean, look at it. I should ask my mom if she would love that face. We'll get confirmation that way. And we beat Iris. And Mega Man checks up on Zero, and he's like, yeah, I'll be fine. Whatever. So nonchalantly. He's so cool. Everybody should be like Zero. Just so cool. And we're out. We are going to go down the world's longest slide.
Oh, I like this. I think this is great. I'm having a really good time going.
This is the hardest part of the speed run.
Taraj gave me a thumbs up.
And that was the longest slide in existence. And somebody is welcoming us, but we don't know who yet. Somebody lurks down here. Somebody that's not very nice. And we'll take this elevator up.
Is it Hubert?
I don't know. Did we ask him? Oh, he's banned.
We'll unban him tomorrow.
But so are we.
Now, I am actually going to safety save here. Alright, we have safety saved. So, there is a legit reason for the safety save. And that is because I can goof this next boss up. Not joking. That we're actually coming up on the final boss. Who lurks at the top of this tower. But we've still got a few minutes before time, so... So we walk in through the blinding white light to find out who has been behind all these ghosts this whole time. And they are finally glad that we have arrived. And we have Dad with us to cheer us on. So we have to beat this first before we can find out who it is. Because they hide in a machine. This is, I believe it's tribute to the Mega Man DOS game. There was I think the final boss in the Mega Man DOS game, like the original one, was Giant Walker that had Dr. Wily in it. So I have to pay attention to HP values for a change. This is what I mean when I said BB Pasta becomes the most important ability in the game. Because if Mega Man dies, you pretty much are done. And actually, if either one of them die, it's over because Mega Man doesn't really output enough damage and will take forever to kill anything. Meanwhile, Zero actually hits things for a decent clip. So we have beaten the final boss's first form, and it is actually Splash Woman, who is Mom. Yes, Dad went fishing one day, and he caught a mermaid and fell in love. And they had two wonderful children named Mega Man and Zero. It took him 3 years to name these kids because they were very indecisive. And so one day he finally picks names for them, and Mom gets mad and leaves and crashes the car and dies. But obviously she's clearly not dead. So we're going to go ahead and just BB Pasta because she has been beating on poor Mega Man. Zero is completely undamaged. So speedrun strats, if you don't have to BB Pasta at all, that's an optimal fight, pretty much. Unless you goof your buttons up like I just did. So she does a significant amount of damage. So that's something you really do have to keep an eye on. Yeah, she's just going to keep attacking Mega Man. She's attacked Zero like once. I usually try to keep an eye on their HP. If it goes below 50 is usually about the time I start healing. So, yeah, because Mega Man can't die. He's the only healer. And Zero can't die because he's the only real damage dealer. So you kind of need both of them. They are both very important characters. We should be coming up on beating this this form of the boss. So should be soon.
This isn't even her final form.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mega Man is at 32 HP. That's a little low. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Joe has seen this run.
I have not, so...
Alright, so the second form of the final boss is down. And she's now mad that we dare defy her. But we have the 3 magic B-balls, and we are going to wish for... Random Dog. Fusion Dance, and we are now Mega Man Zero, who has abilities of both Mega Man and Zero. And we are now on the final boss's final form, which this is just a long HP grind where you have to just watch your health and meteor dunk her out of outer space. How we got up here, I don't know. We just came off the moon. And she also has wings. It's a mermaid with wings. That is the best attack in the game. If anybody saw it. I'm afraid to describe it, but if you'll see it again. It's a wonderful attack. So she has like several different attacks. None of them really hit too difficult until she fires the laser beam. Also the thing with her things, but that doesn't do as much damage. Usually around 100 HP is where you want to keep yourself at. You have Magic Pasta, which gives you HP. You have Meteor Dunk, which is... Yeah, there it is again. And is she stuck in the animation? Okay, we got a good view of that. So... I've been trying to take this run seriously the entire time. It's hard to straight face this game, it really is. It's a majestic game. So about right now, we need to actually Magic Pasta, which gives almost 80 HP back. You can Meteor Dunk. You can also summon crows, but they don't really do a whole lot of damage. Yeah, I don't have words for that. The less, again, this is one of those fights, the less that you have to Magic Pasta, the faster the fight actually goes. Also, when she throws her halo, it always does 1 point of damage. There's the laser beam. That's 24 points of damage. We're actually low on HP. Should be coming up on her death really soon. Time will still be another couple of minutes away, though. Alright, we have beat the final boss. Now we have to actually walk through the epilogue. And we just gained 19 levels. I told you experience was bad. So, we have beaten Mom, and she's very sorry for everything that she did. And Dad is trying to fix things with Mom, so hopefully we'll have a family again. And we are going to make a wish with something. Oh, there's Quickman's ghost. Nope, never mind. So we have found the giant Magic B-Ball. And there is a Come On and Slam and Welcome to the Jam reference. So we finally wish for all the ghosts to go away. Except Mom. Because Mom really wasn't a ghost, I don't think. I don't know, they never really explained that. So.
Yeah, we do have a donation if there's interest.
Go for it.
Yep. We have a $5 donation from Spadercrest. Thank you so much for that donation.
Thank you, Spader. And everything is bright and sunny. By the way, we're coming up on time. Get ready. Time is when I touch the piece of paper that's falling out of the sky. And time. 38:19. World record is 37 minutes on the dot. So, Mega Man, thank you for beating the game. We're all waiting for you at home. Love, Mom. So the ending to this game is phenomenal. This is the best ending you'll ever see. It gives you a detailed look at what happened to all the characters afterwards. So we have Mega Man punching this basketball ghost, because that's what he did. See, graphics from real Mega Man games. It even says it in the credits. Why would they lie? Concept and characters from Capcom. And we're riding Dad. That, never mind. Don't ignore that. So, yeah, and it just basically gives you just a quick epilogue of, you know, your adventures and everything that happened. And as you know, you went through the pyramid and you fought Pharaoh Man who threw his pee at you, and it was very dangerous, a very sticky situation. Here it is. Rip Snake Man. He was found dead in his prison cell. Press F to pay respects to Snake Man. And here we have Uncle Proton. Uncle Proton is easily my favorite character in this game. He's one of the smartest people ever. Like I said, I was mind blown when I discovered that sand was liquid form of rock, because it fits in a container just like water.
Who would have thought?
I know. And by the way, all of this is based, just a reminder, it is all based on a webcomic called Mega Man Sprite Comic. And you really should go read it. It is like this precious gem of a thing that really everybody should check out. So congratulations on beaten game, good ending. You saved the world from ghosts, and best of all, your family has become complete. Give yourself a pat on the back. And they give us a little reward on the webcomic website. So for beating the game. And then the end. So that is Mega Man Sprite Game.
Yay!
The single greatest game you will ever play in your life. And yes, I do have world record on this game. Only people that run it are me and Majoric, so. We learned this as an April Fool's joke, and then I realized the beautiful brilliance of this game and had to keep running it. So that's the end of that. So we have the incentive now for Sprite Game 2. Alright. So close that out. Now, Sprite Game 2 starts a little bit differently than a lot of games. When timer starts is on the first button input, because instead of like having a menu at the start, it just takes you straight into the game. So this is actually a bit better than Sprite Game 1. It's a much more detailed game. It's a much more difficult run. So I'm hoping I remember the route. So. Put the estimate at 1 minute. Yay! Enigma was still awake! Yay, waifu!
Is it the same size? So I need to read.
It's the same size, I think.
Start back up. Start it up. Let's see if it's in the same place.
I think it's the same size. Like, I'm not entirely sure. I've never really measured them out.
I like the music.
I do too.
I think it's great.
They improved everything in this game. The graphics, the music, the story. By the way, I meant 1 hour. So, on the estimate, 1 minute, I don't know what I was thinking. So,
Yeah, I was about to say I thought it was an hour.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I told you 1 minute for some reason. I'll let you know when to start. So we'll go on go. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. So we're going to talk to Mom, and she's happy that we have a family again. And we're going to talk to Dad. Talk to Dad. So he wants us to go to the supermarket and says something, hey, you might bump into Quick Man. And hey, wouldn't that be funny, right? And time.
What?
17 seconds.
That's world record, I think. I think that's world record.
World record!
Because I think I have 18 seconds on it. So he tripped and he fell over. And he doesn't feel like getting up. All right, so we'll give it a little bit. All right, we'll see what happens. He still doesn't feel like moving. And that's Mega Man Sprite Game 2.
Okay. Shia LaBeouf.
Credits are great on this one.
Taylor Swift. Happy birthday, Max.
I would have to actually look at the exact time on that one to see what I have and see what... The credits are amazing.
What is...
On Xbox One with Mary-Kate and Ashley. Little Roy. Can't forget Little Roy. Spatial thanks to Saturn.
The planet?
Yeah, spatial thanks.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
And that's the end of Mega Man Sprite Game 2. So I hope y'all enjoyed that ridiculous 30 seconds of hilarity.